Hi there, students. To kick the can down the road, or to kick something into the long grass. Okay, this is normally to do with politics. This is to take a temporary decision or make a temporary measure in order not to implement a difficult decision. For example, it may be necessary to raise taxes, and this is never a popular thing. So what governments often do is they kick the can down the road. They take some temporary measure, or they leave it until later. They kick it into the long grass. They push it further away. They push it into the future, and like that, no action is actually taken, or the action that is taken is very mild, and you're just leaving the issue until later. It's to avoid confronting a difficult issue, to avoid making a difficult decision, particularly on a continuing basis. You keep pushing it further and further down the road. Or for example, maybe you've got toothache and you don't want to go and visit the dentist, so maybe you go and buy something to keep the pain away. You keep kicking the can down the road. I'll do it next week when I've got more time. And well, you can't kick the can down the road forever. You can't kick something into the long grass permanently. It's talking about avoid dealing with a problem, to delay dealing with a problem. I think this is one of the things that we've been doing with global warming, with CO2 emissions. We keep kicking the can down the road. We do a little bit, but we don't do nearly enough. We do a little bit just for now. And then we kick the problem down the road. Yeah, it's postpone dealing with a problem until a later point. And with global warming, the more we kick the can down the road, the more we're going to have to do. Let's see, kick the can down the road. This is talking about procrastination. Yeah, it's talking about not taking definitive action, delaying a problem again and again and again. Let's see, I'm sure you've all done this with kicking the can down the road, or maybe with a stone. You're walking down the road and you've got a can and you keep kicking it, and then when you get to it again you kick it again, so you keep kicking it down the road. Or a stone, you keep kicking the stone down the road. And this is the image that you get of kick the can down the road. Yeah, as I said, you also got this phrase to kick something into the long grass, or to push something into the long grass, or to punt something into the long grass. This is a bit like ostrich politics, but to kick the can down the road, to keep delaying important action, yeah, to keep procrastinating. And it's not good kicking the can down the road. Yeah, we need to deal with our problems and not kick the can down the road. Yeah, because kicking the can down the road, we postpone it until we're going to deal with it later, but very often we leave it until the problem is just so big that it's impossible to resolve. So to avoid committing yourself, to drag your feet, to be indecisive, to beat around the bush, to drag your heels, to procrastinate, to pussyfoot around, to hesitate, to sit on the fence, to dodge the issue. Yeah, you kick the can down the road, and maybe somebody else will have to implement the unpopular policy. This is particularly in politics. I think it's one of the problems with democracy is that democratic governments don't want to implement unpopular policy because then they don't get elected. So the easy solution to that is just kick the can down the road. Yeah, do the minimum to get the immediate problem off your back and leave the problem for later. So formality, kick the can down the road. I think I'm going to give it a 4.5 in formality. Use informally, use in a semi-formal conversation, semi-formal writing, but not something very formal. And yeah, as I said, the idea of kicking this can down the road, it just goes on and on. So enough. If you enjoyed the video, give it a rating, subscribe to my channel, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now. Kick the can down the road.